Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena for today's women's hockey contest between the Manhattanville Valiants and the Plattsburgh State Cardinals. This is a big non-conference tilt between the ECAC West and the ECAC East here this afternoon at the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena. And at this time, we're going to kick it down to the public address announcer for tonight's starting lineups and the playing of the national anthem.
Ontario, number 15, Sydney Asseltine. Starting at right wing, a junior from Wapani, New Jersey, number 3, Michelle Maglinaro. Started at center ice, a junior from Aldina, Minnesota, number 22, Ella Tron. Starting on defense, a junior from Ridgefield, Connecticut, number 18, Rachel Morrison. And a junior from Salmon, Indiana, number 21, Trina Stapler. And starting at goal, a freshman from Massapequa Park, New York, number 34, Dana DiMartino. The Valiants are coached by David Turco, who is in his third season. He's assisted by Samantha Pulley. And now, introducing the starters for your Plattsburgh State Cardinals. Starting at left wing, a senior from Hampton, Ontario, Connecticut, number 77, Ellie Vacos. Starting at right wing, a senior from Point Pleasant, New Jersey, number 15, Chelsea Van Glaw. Starting at center ice, a sophomore from Huntley, Illinois, number 20, Giovanna Sanisi. Starting on defense, a junior from Oakville, Ontario, number 3, Mia Favretto. And a sophomore from Oakville, Ontario, number 22, Andrea Zeisman. And starting in goal, the senior from West Covina, California, number 33, Sydney Avison. The Cardinals are coached by Kevin Houle, who is in his 11th season. He's assisted by Danielle Blanchard. Your officials for this afternoon's contest, Ron Jacobs, Mike Roberts, and Peter Kerr. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remove your caps as we honor America with our national anthem as sung by the Plattsburgh State Gospel Choir.
Both teams finishing up their final pregame preparations here in this one. Plattsburgh comes into this game 10-0-1 on the season. The number one team in the country is ranked both in the U-Show and D3 hockey polls. Coming into, they sport some amazing stats. 4.73 goals per game, which is fourth in the nation. 0.09 goals against, which is good for first in the nation. And today they start Sydney Avison, the senior out of West Covina, California. 8-0-1 record on the season with a .11 goals against average. Her counterpart today will be Dana DiMartino, the sophomore who is 3-1 on the season with a 2.26 goals against average in this one. A couple players to watch. First, we'll start with Plattsburgh. Bridget Ballasy, the sophomore, 4 goals, 12 assists, and keep an eye on Shannon Stewart, a junior with 9 goals and 3 assists, and she has scored 3 times with the man advantage this season. For Manhattanville, Michelle Megialaro, a junior with 6 goals and 9 assists, and Sydney Asselstein, a senior with 8 goals and 6 assists with 2 markers on the power play as well. Manhattanville 6-5-1 on the season, and this one is we are ready to get underway with some non-conference action here as the first broadcast of the season for the Plattsburgh women's hockey team here on PSTV. Mike Warren here with you, bringing you the call this afternoon as the referee skates his way into center ice, and we are underway here from the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena. Puck going to be chipped in right away as Megialaro going to try to make a play on the puck for the Valiants. Puck will come back around now as it's taken over by Stauffer. She'll fire one in. That's sent away by Avison. Puck into the corner just ahead of the end boards as it's taken over. Chelsea Van Glan going to be right there. Van Glan looks to send it out of the zone. It'll be kept in by Manhattanville as there's Giovanna Sinisi. Puck comes back around to Andrea Zeisman, who will dump it back to Favretto. Favretto looking up the ice as Van Glan will chip it in as Plattsburgh will get their first change of the afternoon. Puck going to be picked up as Megialaro sends it into the neutral zone. Now Julia Duquette will take it, looking up front for Jordan Caldwell. Jenny Kistner going to be right there as well. Now Caldwell will have it behind the net, taken back away by Tron, as she'll send it back to the other side. Puck gets sent all the way back down the other end as this will be an icing call, as sending it back down was Aubrey Bichon here for the first icing of the afternoon here with 18:58 to play. Plattsburgh only with 1 tie so far on the season. Their only blemish on their record is that happened in the Panther Cardinal Classic at the Chip Kenyon Arena on Thanksgiving weekend, where they tied the Amherst Lord Jeffs in a non-conference battle. Currently, Plattsburgh is second in the ECAC West standing so far this season as Duquette looks to send one through the middle as Vacos right there. DiMartino right there to make the save. The reason for that is, of course, they have not played as many games as the Elmira Golden Eagles so far this season, the defending national champions. Therefore, they are 2 points behind them, and the only reason they're in second place is they are ranked number 1 in the country. Jenny Kistner going to skate in. She will drop it off. Shot by Morgan McGinnis, saved by DiMartino as she's tested for the first time here this afternoon. DiMartino, a freshman out of Massapequa Park, New York. As the faceoff is won by the Cardinals, is Caitlin Gilligan going to dump it into the zone looking for McGinnis. Tyne Gove there as well, as McGinnis will have it in the corner. McGinnis will find Gove behind the net. Gove sends it back to McGinnis. Looks in front, looking for Shannon Stewart right in front of the net. Could not find her, however. As now Stewart will have it again. Stewart back to Park. Park going to fire a shot. That is blocked in front by Romano. As now Stewart will send it into the corner once again. Romano now going to take the puck for the Valiants. She'll skate her way into the neutral zone. Romano decides to fire one on Avison, who's going to easily stick that one away, as Gilligan will take over for the Cardinals. Gilligan going to skate with ease into the neutral zone. She'll fire one from the high slot. That will go wide. Gilligan will dump it back into the zone where Chelsea Van Glan, one of the captains, will take over. That's taken away by Romano, but Vacos is right there. Vacos skates her way in behind the net. Clears it off the boards back to Caitlin Gilligan. She'll cross-ice pass it to Parker, will give it right back. And now dump it into the zone for Giovanna Sinisi. Sinisi sends it all the way back to the other side where Manhattanville will look to try to take over on the play. But Van Glan will be right there to try to keep the puck in the zone, but it's taken away as now chasing will be Dinkins. Romano eventually will send that back into the zone, and now Alyssa Park will have it for the Cardinals behind the net. Park sends it up the ice looking for Vacos, the transfer out of UConn from a year ago, as that puck will get chipped up into the netting behind the net, causing a stoppage of play here with 16:47 to play. Shots on goal 2-2 here in the early going of this one. As coming in, Plattsburgh looking to keep their unbeaten streak alive. As Zeisman looks to fire one, puck gets bounced up into the air, but DiMartino with a good glove save and good rebound control here in the early going. One of the things this Plattsburgh Cardinals team's like to do is shoot early and often, and they're starting it already. 3 shots here in the first 4 minutes of this contest. As the faceoff is won and goes back to Zeisman. Zeisman finds for Freddo. Chips in front of the net, goes through the goal mouth, but it was not enough, as now it's taken back over by Manhattanville. Puck going to get sent back up the ice as Asselstein right there with a cross-ice pass looking, but for Freddo will try to knock it out of the way. And now Jenny Kistner is right there as it goes back into the neutral zone for the Valiants. Zeisman with the puck for Plattsburgh with a cross-ice pass to Park. Keep an eye on how this Cardinals team passes in the defensive zone as now Jordan Caldwell steps her way in, but she will be denied of a chance. Play going to come through as Asselstein with it now. Loses it again. As it's played now by Harris. Harris with a chance up front, but it is taken over. As Duquette will have it now for the Cardinals. Duquette looking to send it up ice, chasing for Tyne Gove. Cannot find her as it's turned back over, but now Duquette sends it back into the neutral zone again. Duquette back to Allison Era, sporting the Associates captain moniker here today. Is now Stewart with a great play, but loses sight of the puck for a second. Puck goes back to Tyne Gove, chipped away as now Romano will take over. She'll skate her way back behind the own net. And she will cross-ice pass it around. Puck will trickle all the way back now to Allison Aristick, who will take it in her own zone and skate nonchalantly. McGinnis with it now as she finds Shannon Stewart. Stewart going to come up, and that'll be deflected away. Stewart looking to make a play on the puck. As right there is Seabrook, as she will look to take over. And Seabrook with a great play will dump it into the zone, and now Manhattanville gets a much-needed change here as we're just shy of 5 minutes into this first period. Gilligan going to get a dump as well, as McGinnis will get a change as Vakos, Van Glon, and Sinisi come back on the ice for the Cardinals. Park going to look to keep it into the zone. She will do that. Still fights for the puck. Great second effort by Alyssa Park, as now Van Glon will chase it down in the corner. Van Glon skates into the slot. Backhand shot saved by DiMartino. DiMartino doing a great job between the pipes here in the early going of this contest, is now coming back down to the other end as the race is won. Sent back across looking for a shrieking Tron was Megalaro, but could not find her. Shot comes back off by Stauffer as that comes back around to the other side. Gilligan going to find Park behind the net now for the Cardinals, is now Vakos right there with it. Vakos going to make the safe play and dump it back to Park. As now Manhattanville putting a little more pressure on the forecheck, as now Vakos skates her way into the slot but loses the puck for a split second, and that is just enough time to be taken away by Bashan. Puck still goes back and forth as Jenny Kistner looks to make a play on the puck, but it's going to come back to Bashan once again, and now caromed off of the glass by Stauffer. Kistner with it now, going to look as she will find Ballasy on the right side, but an offside's going to be called as Caldwell is just a little bit over the line too early here with 13:31 remaining here in the first period. Shots on goal 5-2 in the early going. Plattsburgh putting a lot on Dana DiMartino, but DiMartino with some pretty good numbers so far. 3-1 on the season with a 2.26 goals against average. A very respectable number here in Division III hockey, as the Cardinals will win the faceoff once again. Zeisman going to skate her way in, and she'll go back to the left side. She'll fire a shot that's going to be saved by DiMartino. No rebound on the play. She continues to control the rebounds well, causing another stoppage. .18 left to play. First period action if you're just joining us on PSTV. First of 2 games this afternoon, or this evening rather, as the men's hockey team will be in action later tonight as they take on the Castleton Spartans in the return of former assistant coach and player Steve Moffitt to the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena. Meanwhile, back to action here as Duquette will take the puck with a shot from the point that is deflected away by Rushinsky. Duquette fights for the puck on the sideboards, as now Jordan Lipson in there as well. Mel Ames going to try to chase down the puck as it's taken over. Now Era tries to make a play but cannot do it, as the puck will go all the way back to Julia Duquette, who will take over in her own zone. Puck going to come up the ice is now Rushinsky going to try to take over, but the puck will trickle back to Duquette, as now Era will have it again. Coming up the ice now will be Katie Turk. She will step her way into the zone and casually dump it in, where Plattsburgh will make another change. Morgan McGinnis right there with the puck now for the Cardinals. Looking in front of the net for Chelsea Van Glon. Did not find her, however. As now Gove will take over for the Cardinals. Tyne Gove going to skate her way into the slot. She'll come back. Try to drop a pass for McGinnis. McGinnis will take control. Looks for Gove, who tries a deflection over the stick of DiMartino, but it goes up and over the net. McGinnis with it from the slot. Fires a shot. Saved by DiMartino once again. Manhattanville going to try to skate their way up the ice as Gilligan will misplay it, and now giving chase will be Tron. Puck going to come back up the ice now where it's taken over. Goes back into the middle as here comes McGinnis. McGinnis going to fire a shot. Deflects right in front. Taken out of the way as Stauffer is right there. Gilligan tries to keep it into the zone with her right skate, and now giving chase on the puck will be Megalaro. As Park sends it up for Vakos now in the neutral zone. Sinisi right there to play the puck. Giving chase on the right side will be Van Glon, but she will be met by Rachel Morrison, the Ridgefield, Connecticut native. Meanwhile, play right in front as Van Glon won the race back to the puck. Vakos going to skate hard in the corner. She'll keep control, looking for Van Glon or Sinisi in the slot, but that gets taken away before it can get there. Van Glon with an interception behind the net. As puck goes back to Mia Favretto. Favretto back to Van Glon. Van Glon pressured hard behind the net by Alatron. Taken back away by Stauffer. As Vakos right there, and what a forecheck the Cardinals have put on in the early going in this one. As now Van Glon sends it up to the top for Zeisman. Zeisman going to fire a shot that gets deflected. Knocked back down by Van Glon. And sent out of the zone by Manhattanville as they will get a much-needed change to regroup. And now Vakos going to take advantage of the change. Almost has enough on the puck, but it's going to be taken over by Kyra Herbert. Herbert, the Plainfield, New Hampshire native, going to skate her way up the ice for the Valiants. As now Nichols going to try to find her way in as well. Nichols going to try to send it up, looking for Harris at the point, but it's going to be Caldwell taking over. She looks to send the puck up to Jenny Kistner, who gets hit into the boards, and this is going to cause our first penalty of the afternoon, as it will be a 2-minute call for body checking will be the call on this one, as it will be Taryn Harris, the freshman out of Morrison, Colorado, getting 2 minutes here, and Plattsburgh will go on the power play. You look at the power play numbers for the Plattsburgh Cardinals this season, 22.5% on the year. They are 9th in the nation, while the penalty kill for the Manhattanville Valiants, 88.9% on the season, and they come in at 12th, according to the U-Show stats here on the season. So Plattsburgh's power play has put in a couple goals, and keep an eye on Shannon Stewart, who so far this season has 3 power play tallies. So 2 minutes for body checking, going to be the call on Harris. Here's Plattsburgh with their first power play of the afternoon. Manhattanville doing a great job on a penalty kill early as Zeisman will try to chase the puck down, and they will have to regroup here on this man advantage. Zeisman with it now, going to regroup. Manhattanville already killing 30 seconds off of the power play as Kistner will stay her way in. Kistner with the puck now comes into the corner. Skates behind the net, looks for Caldwell in front. Caldwell with a chance, but it's taken away, and now taken over by Bashan. Bashan sends it out of the zone as now Era looks for Kistner, and she'll skate her way in again. Kistner drops it off for Stewart. Stewart skates around the defender, makes her way back around, keeps a hold of the puck. She'll dump it in for Andrea Zeisman. Zeisman keeps control, looks for the cross-ice pass, but is tipped out of the zone. And now taking over is here comes Megalaro. Megalaro with a great play, but Allison Era right there to take the chance away. Megalaro still with the puck in the corner now as Jordan Caldwell will get the puck loose as Allison Era will take control here as we are just about hitting the final 30 seconds of this advantage. And now a turnover as here comes Stauffer stating her way in. She'll take a shot, but Sydney Avison right there to stop the chance here and cause a stoppage with 8:37 to play here in the first period. Not much has gotten by Sydney Avison so far this season, as so far she has played in 9 of Plattsburgh's 11 games this season and has given up only 1 goal. Her goals against average at .011 here so far on the 2013-14 campaign, as she's keeping the shutout alive here so far in this game, only facing 3 shots here in the first 12 minutes. Plattsburgh's power play now in its last 10 seconds. As skating in will be Alyssa Park. Stauffer will look to have it behind the net, but Vakos will take over. Vakos will double back as the penalty will end to Harris. We're back to even strength. Puck comes back up to Park. Park going to skate her way in. Decides to hold off for a second. Fires one from the slot. Blocked down in front. Van Glon looking for the rebound. But it's going to be cleared into the Manhattanville bench by Aubrey Bashan, causing a stoppage here with 7:52 left to play in the first. If you're just joining us on PSTV, 0-0 so far in this one between the Plattsburgh Cardinals and the Manhattanville Valiants. As we hit the early going of this one, is the faceoff now going to be won by Manhattanville. And taken back over and now brought up the ice is Ames going to take control. Ames trying to make a play spilling two defenders, but could not do it. Taken over as the play comes back down in front, and Jordan Lipson was almost right there to take control of it. Seisman going to send it back into the zone. It's coming across the other side will be Favretto. Mel Ames in there as well. Ames will come up with the puck as she goes behind the net. Looks in front for Turk, but Turk misses wide. Mel Ames going to take a shot from the slot, saved by DiMartino once again. And DiMartino proving a worthy opponent here in the early going with 8 saves so far in the game with this 8-3 score here in the first period. 8-3 shots on goal, 0-0 score here in the first period. Plattsburgh yet to hit the net here so far in this game. As DiMartino doing a great job as now the faceoff won by the Manhattanville Valiants once again, as it is taken over by Tron. Tron going to look up the ice now as it's intercepted by Balassi. Balassi going to skate her way in, keeps control of it, looks to take a shot, keeps whacking at the puck, but it does not go in as DiMartino right there to stop her once again. And Bridget Balassi with a great move, almost putting the Plattsburgh Cardinals up 1-0, but not enough on the play as this remains a scoreless tie. Bridget Balassi, the sophomore from Brampton, Ontario, having a great season so far as the play comes back out to Balassi right in front of the net. Manhattanville doing a great job of collapsing in the slot area when Plattsburgh has a player in there, and that is robbing them of a lot of opportunities on the rebound or a chance from right in front of DiMartino here in the early going. Caldwell going to look as she skates her way in, trying to find a shot on it. Kister finds Caldwell right in front, but what a kick save by DiMartino. Puck gets sent all the way back down to the other end once again as it's taken over by Allison Era. Era now will find Jenny Kistner. Skate her way up the ice looking for Jordan Caldwell. There's now Tron right there along with Tyne Gove. Puck taken over now by Murdoch. Murdoch, the freshman at the Buffalo Narrow, Saskatchewan. As now McGinnis will take the puck. Send it back up as now Murdoch will take over. That's intercepted for Stewart right in the slot. She shoots 5 holes. She scores. Shannon Stewart on the turnover takes advantage and will give the Plattsburgh State Cardinals a 1-0 lead. A big play in the early going of this one by Stewart as she got through DiMartino in the 5-hole to make this a 1-0 game with 6:03 remaining here in the first period. And I know Coach Bob Emery, the men's head coach here at the SUNY Plattsburgh, always says the first goal is the hardest. As we take a look at the replay of the goal, as we will get to that in just a second as we are back here under the play. So Shannon Stewart going to be credited with the goal as now we'll take a look at the replay as Stewart with a turnover on the play was actually forced in by Tyne Gove with the assist, who got the play, but Stewart put it 5-hole and now a 1-0 lead in favor of the Plattsburgh State Cardinals. Vakos going to take the puck now for the Cardinals here in this one. 5:47 left remaining in the first period. As Vakos going to skate her way in as that's taken over. Puck still loose. Coming up on the sideboards as now Park will have it once again. Park going to dump it in for Melissa Hoffman, now the Smithtown, New York native. Is now Manhattanville going to look to make a play, but Alyssa Park right there to keep the puck in the zone. Now Van Glon will have it. She'll skate her way in with a shot that goes off the side netting. Van Glon fires one through the slot. Nobody there for Plattsburgh to try to put it in the net. As now Gilligan will dump it back around to the other side. Hauptman right there once again for Manhattanville. As now Gilligan will take control of it. Gilligan now going to find Van Glon in the slot area. Looks up now. Vacco's going to fire a shot. Saved by DiMartino once again. Park will keep it just into the zone. Brought back over. She skates through a couple defenders. Back pass looking for Vacco. She'll keep that into the zone as she is tripped up by Kyra Herbert. Vaccos now with the puck as she takes it behind the net from the pass from Chelsea Van Glon. She'll skate her way back out up to the top for Caitlin Gilligan. Gilligan going to fire. That's going to go off a Turk stick and wide. Puck going to be sent all the way back down the other end, and this will be an icing on the play. Here with 4:22 left remaining here in the first period. Shots are 11-3 in favor of the Cardinals here in the early going. Here as we head to the final portion of the first period. As that faceoff is won by the Valiants as Stauffer sends it back around to the other side looking for Morrison. Morrison up the ice now looking for Kyra Herbert. She tries to send it through, but now Zeisman will take control, send it all the way back down. There will be no icing on the play. Lipson with a deflection keeps it into the zone for the split second as now it is taken over by Turk, but we're going to have a penalty on the play, and it looks like Jordan Lipson is going to get 2 minutes for hooking, which will put Manhattanville on the power play for the first time this afternoon. So Plattsburgh 0 for 1 on the man advantage so far, and this will be Manhattanville's chance as well as they come into tonight's contest boasting the 46th best power play in the nation at 8.5%. Plattsburgh, when it comes to the penalty killing, you can't get much better. 100% of the time, they have stopped the power play so far this season and look to keep that record going as Morrison will take it now and send it over to the other side. Play comes back down in front, backhander. That is going to be sent away by Avison. Puck comes back out for Morrison here. Rachel Morrison, the junior from Ridgefield, Connecticut, looking to take control of it as now Sydney Asselstein will have it. Puck comes up the ice now for Morrison once again, who will find Maggie Alaro, but it's going to be right there for Andrea Zeisman, who quickly clears it back out of the zone. Harris crosses it now for Morrison. Morrison will skate her way in, and that's going to be offsides as jumping off early was Alatron. 3:19 here to go, first period action. Shots 11-3. As the faceoff coming in the neutral zone is won by the Valiants. Dumped into the zone now, taken over by Bridget Balassi. Kept in now by Michaela Murdoch. As now Sinisi will clear it out with ease all the way back down the other end as we're halfway through this man advantage. Harris will take over from DiMartino behind her own net. As it's sent up the ice now. And brought back around on the left side as chasing it in will be Bachant. Bachant going to fight with Allison Era for the puck as that takes a weird bounce off the boards. Where it'll be taken over now by Allison Era. Era right there along with Murdoch as she looks to keep it into the zone. Finally gets knocked out as here comes Vaccos. Vaccos skates her way into the neutral zone and will clear it all the way back down into the left corner. Vaccos going to give chase here with 30 seconds left on the man advantage. As that will be taken away from the play for the puck by Alatron. Bringing it up the ice now will be Asselstein. She gets that taken away by Vaccos, and Vaccos clears it out with ease once again. 10 seconds left on the man advantage here for the first power play for Manhattanville as the puck skirmishes all the way around the other end, and now Caldwell with a chance to go one-on-one as Caldwell skates her way into the slot area, takes a shot, saved by DiMartino, rebound from Van Glon, and another save by DiMartino on the rebound chance. Morrison with the puck now behind the net as Plattsburgh drops to 0 for 1, as Kister now going to fire a shot that goes all the way in front of DiMartino but was not in any danger. Play comes back out in front now for Maggie Alaro, but that's taken over by Caldwell. Caldwell going to find Jenny Kistner. Kistner going to accidentally leave the puck off now for Tron, as Tron sends it up the ice now as she will find Hauptman. Hauptman going to fire a shot. Sydney Avison right there to make the save. Here with 1:20 left to play in the first period. Harris going to dump it back into the zone as here comes Bridget Balassi in the neutral zone. Balassi will find Stewart, who dumps it back to Balassi. Balassi fires a shot, deflected by Stewart, but into the glove of DiMartino once again with another save here, keeping this a 1-0 game with 1:08 left to play in the first period. So just over a minute left to play in this first period of our first of 2 games here today on PSTV. As Zeisman will send the puck in underneath looking for Tyne Gove. Gove going to skate her way back in front. As now we have 1 minute left to play as Harris going to send it up the ice now looking for Rusinski. Perfetto going to find Zeisman as they get it out of the zone looking for McGinnis. As now Zeisman will take it. Zeisman skates her way into the neutral zone by herself. Goes through. Zeisman tries to make a play on the puck, but dekes a little bit too much as she runs into the defender. And now a 2-on-1 as Stauffer going to look for Rusinski as he brings it right in front, but it's going to be knocked away. And now Stewart with a defensive play to knock the puck off. Stauffer going to fire a shot, saved by Avison once again. As now Zeisman will knock it out of the corner. Stauffer right there, but is taken over by Gove and now sent up to McGinnis. McGinnis going to skate her way through. Here, final 10 seconds of the first period. She tries to make a play, but is taken over by Tron once again. Van Glan finds it behind the net, looks for McGinnis in the slot area. Puck still loose in front, but that collapse that Manhattanville has put on throughout the entire period as the time runs out has been smothering Plattsburgh's offense here in the early going, and that is why Manhattanville is only down by 1 goal here in the early going. Plattsburgh with a big goal. However, in the early going of this one, to give them a 1-0 lead here in the early going as we finish up in the first period. Sydney Avison keeping him off the board with 5 shots on goal. Wow, Plattsburgh with 16 shots, but DiMartino stopping 15 of them here in the early going. So a 1-0 lead after the first period here as we will be back with second period action. You're watching Women's Cardinal Hockey here on PSTV. We welcome you back here to second period action of this afternoon's game between the Plattsburgh State Cardinals and the Manhattanville Valiants. As we get ready to go with second period action, Mike Warren here with you on PSTV. We're going to take a look back at Shannon Stewart's goal from earlier in the first period as both teams make their way out onto the ice surface. Play comes right in front, and Shannon Stewart beats DiMartino 5-hole for the goal to give them a 1-0 lead. So the goal will be Shannon Stewart's 10th of the 2013-14 season. That will be assisted by Tyne Gove and Morgan McGinnis. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play so far going into this game as we get ready for second period action. Plattsburgh looking to keep their undefeated streak alive here in the 2013-14 season as they continue this stretch along with Sydney Avison so far keeping this shutout stretch going. Linesman comes in and we are underway here in the second period as Favretto going to find Zeisman. Zeisman going to look and will try to make a play on the puck is now Favretto. And Zeisman will pass the puck back and forth as the puck goes past an outstretched Van Glan and taken over now by Morrison. Stauffer will have it behind the net now for Manhattanville as that gets sent back into neutral zone for Favretto. Favretto back to Vacos here. 1-0 lead for the Cardinals as Favretto will skate her way into the zone. She'll dump that quickly. As now it will be Vacos still fighting for the puck along with Stauffer. Van Glan now going to find her way in there as well as the puck is taken away by Morrison. The captain will skate her away with the puck and will send it back out, but Zeisman almost makes a play on it to keep it out of the zone. Cannot do it. Is now skating in as Maglioloro. Maglioloro looks for a pass, but that will go just past the outstretched Stauffer as Sinisi will take it behind the net. Sinisi will dump it back behind the net for Andrea Zeisman, who looks up for Chelsea Van Glan. Icing going to be on the play, but it's waved off as Van Glon wins the race back. Van Glon will cycle around, looks in the center for Caldwell, but is taken away and chipped out of the zone now by Scotia Bellavance. Bachant with the puck now, going to lose it, as now it's taken over by Caldwell. Caldwell looking for Jenny Kistner, as Manhattanville will take control back in their own zone. Kistner with it now for the Cardinals, going to find Caldwell. Caldwell now back to Kistner. Kistner with a back pass over to Bridget Ballasy for the goal. Bridget Ballasy takes a beautiful pass from Jenny Kistner and makes this a 2-0 game here less than 2 minutes into the second period. So Bridget Ballasy, one of the players we have said with a lot of points so far in the season, adds her 17th point of the year with her 5th goal of 2013 and 14. As we take a look at the replay, Kistner going to take the pass from Caldwell, who lays one right across the slot area for Ballasy, who one-times it top shelf. So that will be the 5th goal of the season scored by Bridget Ballasy, and that will make it a 2-0 game in favor of the Cardinals. Duquette going to dump it off now for Allison Era, as she'll send it back around to the other side. So that will be Ballasy assisted by Kistner and Caldwell. Just 2 minutes into the second period. Caldwell going to come out with the puck in the slot. She will shoot that one wide as it comes back around to the other side, as Caldwell will chase it down. Puck will be sent back around to the other side as it comes off of the stick of Seabrook. Brought back into the neutral zone now by the Cardinals. McGinnis now in there with the puck. Dumps it off as Gove is right there. Cleared out of the zone now and taken away as Rushinsky is there, but it's going to be taken over by McGinnis, and now Romano will skate in. And a penalty. I apologize, that is an offsides. Delayed offsides on the play. As racing with the puck back now will be Asselstein. Asselstein with it now, going to send it behind, but Gove going to be right there. She'll find McGinnis on the right. She's pressured hard by Stauffer. Stauffer looks into the middle looking for Tron, but cannot find her, as now it's taken away by Caitlin Gilligan. Gilligan will dump it as the puck travels all the way back around to the other side, taken over by Asselstein again. She'll look to chase it down as Alatron is right there as well. She'll get by Gilligan and chase it into the corner. Goes to the other side where Magliolaro was sitting. Magliolaro looks for Morrison in the slot area. Rebound coming in, it goes in. And just like that, it will be Alatron, the junior from Medina, Minnesota, cutting the lead to 1, as Sydney Avison giving up a rare tally here at home. Off of the stick of Alatron makes this a 2-1 game, as Manhattanville right back in it. The Edina, Minnesota native on the play with her 8th goal of the season. 15th point as the assists will go to Sydney Asselstein and also Michelle Magliolaro. So it will be Tron from Asselstein and Magliolaro here, as it's now 2-1 in favor of the Cardinals. And the 2nd goal of the season given up by Sydney Avison. Puck comes back now to Andrea Zeisman. Zeisman going to look to play the puck. She'll send a cross-ice pass over to her defensive partner, Mia Favretto. Favretto will flip it up the ice all the way down, and winning the race back easily will be Taryn Harris, the Morrison, Colorado native, and that will cause an icing on the play, giving a face-off in Plattsburgh zone for Manhattanville. Face-off going to be won by the Valiants as it comes back to Morrison. Morrison looks to try to send it up the ice now as Vakos tries to take control. Magliolaro going to chase it in. But Zeisman will be right there to take control in the Cardinal zone. Van Glon looking up the ice is taken over by Asseltine. Tron right there as well. Looks in front of the net. Tron looking to take a pass from Magliolaro, but could not get it. As the puck comes back up on the sideboards. Magliolaro going to fire a shot that's blocked by Sinisi and deflected wide. as now Favretto will have it. She'll send it back to Zeisman, who will play with Favretto again. Turnover in their own zone as now Vacos takes control of it, getting the puck back. She'll skate her way in from the slot. She'll fire one that just trickles wide. Puck caromed off the boards and chased back in by Julia Duquette, as Duquette will find Era. Era looking up the ice is now Bridget Ballasy will take control. Ballasy going to skate her way into the slot. She'll fire one, saved by DiMartino, and she will cover it up off the rebound here with 14:44 remaining. So Ballasy, who got Plattsburgh back on the board to make it a 2-0 game, was answered back by Alatron to make this 2-1 if you're just joining us here on PSTV. For the first of 2 games here this afternoon, here from the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena. Play going to continue now as it's taken over on the right side by Caitlin Beauvais. As now Caldwell tries to make a play on it, but it goes back into the Valiant zone. Arrow with it now, going to look up for Jordan Caldwell. Caldwell going to skate her way in. She'll look for Kistner right inside, but the puck gets knocked back out to the outside. Puck flipped up into the air, chased back into the neutral zone, and now skating her way in is Rushinsky. She'll fire a shot that will go wide. Arrow will take control, looking for Jordan Caldwell, who fires across the ice pass now for Jenny Kistner. Kistner skates her way in, looking for a play, as Ballasy will have it again. Puck taken over now by Lindsay Diot, as she sends it up the ice and will dump it in where Avison will be forced to make a play on the puck. As now Park sends it up looking, as that goes off of the skate of Houtman, taken back over by Gilligan in the neutral zone. Play continuing here as both teams fighting for the puck in the middle of the ice. Delayed offsides on the play, taken over now as here comes Shannon Stewart. Stewart already with a goal here this afternoon, which opened the scoring for the Plattsburgh Cardinals. Takes control of it back in the neutral zone and taken over now. Shot going to come through as Asselstein tries to make a play on it, but it's taken over by Shannon Stewart. Gove with a play, will skate her way into the right side. Drop one for Stewart, back in for McGinnis. And an outstretched pass by McGinnis looking for Gove just went wide. Drawn with it once again as it goes back into neutral zone, and we'll have a penalty coming as Morgan McGinnis is going to take a 2-minute trip to the penalty box for body checking. And this will be the second chance for the Manhattanville Valiants here of the afternoon, as they are 0 for 1 on the man advantage so far. Different type of game here with this 2-1 score here as we're almost hitting the midway point of this contest. As the faceoff will now come to the left of Avison, as Zeisman will quickly clear it out of the zone. Van Glan going to chase it in, and now this one's going to be met as Manhattanville going to head to the box as well as a hooking call as Van Glan went down on the play. And now this will be 4-on-4 for 1 minute 50 seconds as it will be Taryn Harris going to head to the box for 2 minutes. So a quick power play by Manhattanville drops them for 0-2 for 10 seconds. Now Plattsburgh will enjoy a 10-second advantage, but going to be hard to get something going once Morgan McGinnis will come out of the box. Here is now a face-off as the ice going to open up a little bit here on this 4-on-4. Zeisman back at the point now looking for Ballasy. Puck comes back behind the net now. Taken over by Stauffer. Stauffer sends it all the way through where Zeisman will take control. Puck flipped up into the air. Asselstein right there, but Zeisman will win the race back to the puck. Favretto going to skate her way in, as it's taken over by Tron. Tron forced to regroup here on the play here with 1 minute 15 left on the McGinnis penalty, as Stauffer skates her way behind the net. Favretto now going to find Zeisman. Zeisman for Kistner. Kistner skates her way into the zone. Tries to come with one through the slot, but DiMartino right there to cover it up before Kistner can get a chance. 11:51 left remaining here in the second period action if you're just joining us here from the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena. First of 2 games on PSTV today as, of course, the men will be taking on the Castleton Spartans later tonight out of the ECAC East, and the return of former assistant coach and player, two-time All-American Steve Moffitt, making his way back into the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena. And just a check here, that goal that was scored by Alatron, it was the first goal Plattsburgh State has allowed at home since the NCAA quarterfinal, as Vacos fires a shot that's saved by DiMartino. Since the quarterfinal matchup against St. Norbert, Vacos again saved by DiMartino, all the way back on March 9th, 2013. So this team does not like to give up goals at home, as we thank Ricky St. Clair for the stat. As now Vacos will skate their way in. Sinisi going to drop it off to Vacos. Vacos going to turn around. Find Duquette. Duquette fires one from the point. That goes wide. 5 seconds left now on the penalty to Morgan McGinnis. And she will come out of the box. Now Vacos here. 10 seconds left remaining. A man advantage as Vacos looks for Sinisi in the slot but cannot find her. And that will run Manhattanville's penalty out of time. Plattsburgh's power play, that is. And now we are back to even strength here with 10:30 to play. Park up the ice, touches the puck, and dumps it off now for McGinnis. McGinnis going to find Gove in the middle. Gove going to skate her way behind the net. Goes right in front for McGinnis with a pass from Stewart. Chipped back into the zone now by Gilligan. McGinnis with it now finds Gove. Gove going to try the backhand pass, looking for McGinnis, cannot find her. And now it is going to be chipped out of the zone and back into the neutral zone. Both teams fighting for it, but it is taken over by Seabrook. Seabrook dumps it in as now Manhattanville will get a change. As now Shannon Stewart will look to start the run for the Cardinals. Stewart going to send it up the ice as it's taken over now by Diot. Diot will find Harris as she will play it behind the net. Harris skates her way out. Carries it all the way back down the other end as icing waved off on the play. Stewart with the puck now. Looks for Turk in the neutral zone. Bounces off of Katie Turk's right skate. Comes back out behind the net. Lipson with it now, trying to make a play on it. Is now Favretta will have it, and she'll dump it over to Park. Park going to fire a shot from just outside the blue line, and DiMartino going to make the smart play with Mel Ames chasing in to cover the puck up. 9:12 remaining here, second period action. Shots 20-7, 2-1 lead for the Cardinals, both in favor of the Cardinals, of course. As that faceoff is won by the Cardinals, sent back to Favretto. She'll drop it off for Mel Ames. Turk sends it back up looking for Favretto, but that gets intercepted now by Asselstein. Asselstein going to jump it off now to Maggie Alaro. Looks in front with a cross-ice pass to try to get a redirection, but cannot get it. Zeisman going to skate her way in now with the puck for the Cardinals. She'll come on the right side looking for Mel Ames in the middle, but cannot find her. Katie Turk going to take the play off a Tron stick. As now it'll be Morrison behind the net. Morrison does a double take and skates back around. Sending it back through the middle. Tron going to be right there, but Zeisman will take control now. Zeisman going to look up the ice trying to find Jordan Lipson. But Lipson could not make a play on the puck. Is now Favretto going to be chased in by Scotia Bellavance. Offsides on the play as the puck did escape back into the neutral zone before it came back over. Here with 8:11 remaining in this second period. Face-off in the neutral zone once again now as it's taken over by Allison Era. Era looks for Ballasy, who dumps it off to Kistner. Kistner back to Ballasy in the slot. Caldwell trying to make a play on it, but is stopped by Harris. Kept in the zone by Ballasy as it goes into the corner. As Kistner there along with Caitlin Beauvais. Duquette with it now, fires one from the point that's blocked in. She'll fire another one that'll go wide. Puck taken back out by Taryn Harris and sent up the ice where Scotia Bellavance will give chase along with Julia Duquette. Duquette looking for Kistner. Turnover now as Rushinsky skates in. She'll shoot one. Saved by Avison. Rebound in front of the net. Gets kicked away in the scrum in front of the net. And now here comes Kistner and Caldwell with a 2-on-1. Kistner skates her way into the slot. Drops it for Kistner. Ballasy looking from the loose puck. Trying for a shot but cannot get it as it's blocked in front. Maddie Seabrook now going to take it now for the Valiants. She'll skate into the slot area, but she is met by a smothering play by Caldwell Park and Allison Era. Van Glon looking up the ice now. She tries to find Caldwell, but is taken back behind the net now by Aubrey Bichon. Manhattanville going to try to skate out as it's taken over by Gilligan in her own zone. She'll send it over to Park. Park looks up the ice for Vacos. Seabrook right there again for the Valiants along with Romano. As now Van Glon going to find Sinisi. Sinisi going to skate her way in. That gets blocked up off of the glass. It's now Vacos sends it back around for Sinisi. Sinisi finds Gilligan at the top of the circle. That gets blocked, which will leave Nichols without a stick. Gilligan still with it now. Skates her way in. Looks in front as Van Glon with an attempt, but saved by DiMartino, as DiMartino continuing to play well with 19 saves here so far in this contest. 6:12 remaining here in the second period. Shots 21-8. Still a 2-1 game in favor of the Plattsburgh Cardinals. Here as we move towards the end of the second period. Face-off won by Manhattanville as they're going to get an odd man rush on the play as here comes Morrison with it. Morrison going to skate her way to the right side as she's met by Gilligan. Brought back to the top for Stauffer. Stauffer fires a shot that is blocked back down in front by Shannon Stewart. As now Stewart with it. Going to look to skate through the middle of the slot. Puck is picked up, goes back to Gilligan. Gets sent back around and now taken over on the right side by Bichon. Bichon going to skate her way in. She'll look, sends one into the middle. A shot will go wide of the net by Jaron Dinkins. Manhattanville still with the puck, trying to cycle it around from the Cardinals, but it's going to be Tyne Gove along with Alyssa Park behind the net to take control of the puck once again. Puck back to Shannon Stewart now, as Park will chase it back down to the corner. As Maggie Alaro is down there as well for the Valiants. Park takes control behind the net, looks for Gilligan. Gilligan up to McGinnis. Puck comes back to Gilligan, sends it back around for Park. Park up the ice now, will look for Tyne Gove. Shannon Stewart going to give chase along with Caitlin Beauvais, the Port Coquitlam, British Columbia native. Zasselstein going to fire one on the net. Almost there for a rebound was Maggie Alaro, but was not fast enough to get to the puck. As now Favretto will take over for the Cardinals. Favretto going to look, she'll find Kistner. Kistner going to skate her way in, but it's sent back into the zone now again by Hauptmann. A lot of back and forth play here in the second period as Plattsburgh leads by a score of 2-1 as Andrea Zeisman will take it behind the net. Zeisman looking for Caldwell, intercepted in their own zone. Play comes down in front as it's going to be Bichon with the puck. Bichon dumps it back behind now for Murdoch. The puck gets knocked down. Tron right there again. Scrum in front of the net. Referee loses sight as Avison has it somewhere in there with this stoppage of play with 4:02 to play. 4:02 remaining. Shots 22-9 in favor of Plattsburgh with a 2-1 lead here as we head towards the end of the second period. And a faceoff going to come to the right of West Covina, California native Sydney Avison. Play going to move back through is now Sinisi going to find Ali Vacos on the left side. Next women's broadcast on PSTV will be when they take on the Potsdam Bears on February 1st. That is a Saturday night. As now here comes Chelsea Van Glon. Van Glon going to skate her way in, but she is met by Trina Stauffer, who is right there to take the breakaway chance away. Stauffer going to look to send it up the ice now once again, as the puck gets flipped out of the zone. And now giving chase will be Julia Duquette. Duquette almost makes a very bad misplay in front of her own goal, as now Vakos, as Rushinsky will take control of it. Looks to send it up ice, but it's turnover for Sinisi. Sinisi fires a shot, goes off the glove of DiMartino and trickles wide. Van Glom with it now over to Vakos. Vakos up the ice for Allison Era. Era going to fire a shot that's blocked by Romano. Seabrook going to try to make it out of the zone as Van Glom will have it now for Vakos. Gets taken away by Kaylee Romano. Romano going to skate in, but Rushinsky was over the line just a little too early. Romano having a great defensive game so far. The freshman out of Vieira, Florida, played her junior hockey with the Boston Shamrocks. So, pretty used to this Northeast area despite coming out of Florida. As the faceoff now won by the Cardinals once again, as Alyssa Park finds Gilligan. Gilligan up the ice now to Morgan McGinnis, who will lose the puck, but it's going to be Gove taking over. Stewart now behind the net once again, trying to take control of the puck. Brings it back out, but DiMartino there to cover it up. Face-off will come to the right of DiMartino here. 2:19 left to play in the second period. Play comes back through is now McGinnis. Going to look in front of the net. Play gets taken away by the Valiants, and now chasing in will be Morrison. Asselstein with it now, looks in front of the net for Tron. Comes back out for Beauvais, but Beauvais cannot play it as the puck will go all the way back down to the other end. This will not be an icing call on the play. Shannon Stewart going to give chase on the forecheck. Is now Caldwell will have it. Caldwell steps into the center looking for Shannon Stewart. She'll turn around, fire a shot, rebound, score! Bridget Balassi with her second of the game will make this a 3-1 score with the pass from Shannon Stewart as she hit one right on the doorstep. And now the Plattsburgh Cardinals lead 3-1. Bridget Balassi, right place, right time now with her sixth goal, the 2013-14 season. As a big goal by Balassi once again will make this a 3-1 game. So the sixth of the season by Bridget Balassi. As the puck will be assisted by Shannon Stewart. In this one is now Plattsburgh back up with a 2-goal lead. Jordan Caldwell going to skate her way in on the left side. She'll look for Kistner in the slot area. Kistner goes down to the ice as the puck gets covered up by DiMartino. And an interference call going to be coming. And it looks as though Plattsburgh will be heading to the power play here with 1:10 left to play in the period. So 2 minutes for interference going to be the call as heading to the box will be Scotia Bellavance out of Campbell River, British Columbia. The freshman going to take a seat for 2 minutes for interference here. Plattsburgh looking to get their first goal on the power play and can really open this one up to possibly make this a 4-1 advantage if they can get a goal here within the next 2 minutes. Face-off going to be eventually won by the Cardinals as Vakos sends it back to Balassi. Park going to fire a shot that's blocked down by Bashan. Park will keep it into the zone now. That'll go back into the neutral zone where Bridget Balassi will take control. Caldwell now going to find Sinisi. Sinisi going to skate her way in. She'll skate behind the net, now look for Allie Vakos. Vakos cross-ice pass to Park. Park looking back for Vakos, who was streaking towards the net. Is now puck still loose. Park with it again. Looks to fire a shot that's blocked in front. Rebound. Here comes Vakos from the circle. 25 left in the period. 1:13 left on the man advantage. Balassi going to fire a shot. Looking for the redirection from Sinisi, but cannot get it. Now Balassi back towards the point again. Going to find Vakos on the right side. She'll fire one inside, looking for Park, who was trying to get the one-timer from the left circle. Ballasy going to bring it back now as Plattsburgh is going to be forced to regroup here as we head to the final. As we finish up here the second period. The final minutes are over. 50 seconds left on a man advantage, but a goal from Bridget Ballasy, 2 goals that is from Bridget Ballasy, making it a 3-1 game now for the Plattsburgh State Cardinals as they take a 2-goal lead. Shots now 26-9 in favor of the Cardinals as well. Manhattanville playing strong, however, they're doing well defensively, only holding this Plattsburgh team to 3 goals so far. We'll be back here in the third period as you're watching Cardinal hockey here on PSTV. Welcome back here to third period action on PSTV of Cardinal hockey between the Manhattanville Valiants and the Plattsburgh State Cardinals as we take a look at the third goal as Plattsburgh has a 3-1 lead. We take a look at the replay of the last goal scored by Bridget Ballasy as Plattsburgh with a 3-1 lead heading into this third period as Sydney Avison gets ready. Both teams up with getting their huddles, and don't forget a 50-second man advantage still for the Plattsburgh State Cardinals, as in the box right now is Scotia Bellavance. We'll get a look at Ballasy's goal in a little bit, but nevertheless, we will move on here to this third period. Right now, Plattsburgh 3-1, only the second goal they've given up all season. Is now we'll take a look at the replay. And a great pass right from the stick of Shannon Stewart to Bridget Ballasy, who hits it on the doorstep. And it is now a 3-1 lead. And Plattsburgh just got to preserve the 2-goal advantage here to finish this game up with another victory. Linesman skates his way into center ice. And we are underway here with third period action from the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena. Bellavance going to try to make a play here in the early going as Jenny Kistner will take the puck up the ice. Puck will head back into the neutral zone now, where it'll go back behind the net and taken over by Allison Era. Era going to find Kistner as she skates her way into center ice. Brought back in now by Stewart. Stewart back over for Era. Era will dump it in behind the net now. Brought back around as Kistner will have it. She'll send it all the way back around, where it will be given up to Andrea Zeisman. Zeisman dumps it in, final 10 seconds of the penalty to Bellavance. The shot goes through, deflects off of Kistner's stick, and goes wide. Penalty to Bellavance is over now as we are back to even strength. Plattsburgh now 0 for 3 on the power play tonight. Puck comes back all the way out to Allison Era. Cross-ice pass to Andrea Zeisman. Zeisman sends one through that gets deflected by Van Glon wide. Seabrook going to look to send it up the ice now as it's brought in by Bellavance. As Zeisman will take over. Zeisman now for Era. Era up the ice for Van Glon. Will now find Vakos. Vakos going to skate her way in. She'll turn back around. Try to find Gilligan up at the point. Gilligan keeps it in the zone, flips it back in, but it's taken over by Harris. Harris sends it back into the neutral zone as Vakos will have it. Now Park right there. As it comes back in, as both teams still with a back and forth play early in the early going. Score is 3-1, shots 26-9, but if you look at the scoreboard, you'd see Plattsburgh dominating this game, but really it has been a little bit back and forth, with even going as far as Manhattanville outplaying Plattsburgh for a little bit of the second period. Park dumps it back in underneath now for Vakos. Vakos skates it away with a back pass to Van Glon. Van Glon looking. Sinisi will have it behind the net. She'll look back up top where Gilligan will take it in the high slot area. Vakos underneath for Sinisi. Sinisi fires one on net. Van Glon looking for the backhand rebound on the toe drag. Could not find it. Puck comes back behind the net now for Chelsea Van Glon. As Van Glon looks in the middle, Jordan Caldwell races in. Penalty going to be coming. 2 minutes for body checking going to be the call. And it looks as though Plattsburgh going to head to another power play here. As heading to the box will be Alatron, the goal scorer for the Manhattan Valiants. She will take a 2-minute seat for body checking. Plattsburgh with a chance to score on the man advantage once again. Face-off won by the Valiants as Stauffer will clear it all the way back down to the other side. Park will take it now, sends it across for Ali Vakos. Vakos back in front looking for Sinisi. Redirection, and what a save by DiMartino. Point-blank range from Giovanna Sinisi. Here to keep this a 2-goal advantage for Plattsburgh. If Plattsburgh holds on, they will improve here on the season to 11-0-1. As play continues, is Zeisman looking for the cross-ice pass to Jordan Caldwell. Kistner steals the puck away, keeps it in their zone now. Shot going across as it was Shannon Stewart looking across now for Caldwell on the play, but could not find her. Zeisman now with it. Zeisman back to Kistner. Kistner up top to Zeisman at the point. Zeisman going to fire one. DiMartino with the save and covers up the rebound. .16:40 to play here, third period action. As a faceoff will come to the left of DiMartino. Faceoff going to be won by the Cardinals once again. This is brought back out for Ali Vakos. Vakos dumps it under for Giovanna Sinisi. Comes back out for Vakos, who will find Balassi up top. Bridget Balassi dropping back to play defense here on this power play using the 4-forward system. Coach Kevin Houle is. It's Vakos here, final minute here on the power play. Shot by Balassi gets knocked away by Asselstein. Penalty going to be coming here as Chelsea Van Glon is going to be called for body checking as she got in to Michelle Meggiolaro, the Whippany, New Jersey native, and Van Glon will head to the box for 2 minutes. So that will put Plattsburgh to 0-4. And this will be Manhattanville's third power play once this first 43 seconds are up, as now we are back to a 4-on-4. Zeisman going to look up into center ice, taken over by Seabrook. As now Gove will have it. Gove to Favretto, back to Zeisman. That comes back in the center now for Teal Gove. Tyne Gove, skates in. Of course, Teal Gove here last year, graduated from Plattsburgh a year ago. Very easy to make that mistake. Of course, Teal and Tyne sisters. Tyne coming in from Norwich a season ago. Is now Favretto here as the final 6 seconds to the penalty to Tron is going to give Manhattanville a very short power play of 1 minute and 15 seconds. Play going to continue now as Seabrook looking to take the puck away from Andrea Zeisman. Vakos going to skate in and take it back into her own zone, and then she will turn around, find Zeisman. Zeisman going to use a backhand pass to Giovanna Sinisi. Sinisi going to try to skate her way in, but she is met by Morrison. Rachel Morrison now going to send it behind the net with 51 seconds left on the man advantage to the penalty to Chelsea Van Glon. Face-off comes back to play comes back to the right side. Asselstein back across as she will take control of it in the corner again. Give it back up top looking for Morrison. Vakos right there to take control. Sinisi going to knock it out of the zone, and what a play by Giovanna Sinisi, who clears it all the way back down to the end boards. 23 left on the penalty to Van Glon here as time is ticking away here with this 3-1 advantage in favor of the Plattsburgh Cardinals. Vakos behind the net now. Going to look to take control as Balassi clears it back off. Harris sends it through. Dumped into the zone by Vachon. Is now Van Glan out of the box. Shot going to go through, and now it's going to be cleared out by Allison Era, as that will be an icing on the play as the penalty had just finished up. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here for Division III women's hockey. Number 2 Middlebury up on Wesleyan 3-1 at the end of the second period. Number 6 St. Scholastica tied with Marion 0-0. Wisconsin River Falls up 2-1 on Concordia. That is a final. As well as a lot of games going on today in Division III hockey. Big game tonight also, Oswego taking on St. Norbert later in the night. We'll keep an eye on that one. As now Van Glan skates her way in, going to fire a shot. Rebound, Van Glan, saved by DiMartino as she makes 2 point-blank saves. And you got to believe Chelsea Van Glan starting to get a little frustrated here so far in this game, as she has been stoned by DiMartino a few times. 13:32 remaining here in the third period. As Gilligan sends it up to Park. Park misplays the puck for just a second. It's taken over once again by Caldwell. Morrison going to make her way through as she sends it up into the neutral zone, but that'll get by everybody and go all the way back down to Sydney Avison. Gilligan dumps it off into the corner, as now that'll get dumped back in. As Tyne Gove will skate her way up on the left side. Gove comes all the way out, looks in front of the net for Shannon Stewart, almost with a chance to put it top shelf, but it goes over the net and hits the back of the glass. Stewart with it now. As Caldwell in there as well, looking to take over with Bellavance behind the net. Now Stauffer there as well, as Gilligan makes a play, as Bellavance going to fire a shot that rises up over the crossbar. Caitlin Gilligan with a bad turnover, almost resulting in a chance to cut this game to 1. As Bellavance going to skate her way in with Gilligan once again. Gilligan will take control of the puck this time and skate into open ice on the left side. Gilligan will safely dump it in, where it's played by DiMartino and chased in by Katie Turk. Both teams fighting for the puck in the Valiant zone now as it comes back into the neutral zone. Kept in, actually, by Mel Ames, as now Turk skates her way into the corner. Now Zeisman will have the puck. Zeisman looks for Lipson. Taking control of Lipson, looking for a shot from the left corner. Cannot get it as it goes back into the neutral zone again. Play will continue into the corner here. 11:39 left in this third period as Megliaro will take control. She'll skate her way up to the left side of the ice, where it is taken over by Andrea Zeisman as the puck trickles into their own zone. Zeisman looks for Lipson, taken over now by Katie Turk. Turk going to walk her way in. Shot. It's going to be saved by DiMartino again. Puck will go back behind the net now as Caldwell tries to make a play on it, but it's taken back by Tron. Balassi looks to take control once again. Fervetto just loses it outside the blue line. We'll dump that in, where it's touched by Jordan Caldwell, which will bring on the offsides here with 11:06 to play. Again, the first of 2 hockey games that are going to be aired on PSTV today, as the men's team will take on the Castleton Spartans later tonight, and a return of former player and assistant coach Steve Moffitt to the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena tonight. That will get started at about 6:55 here on PSTV. Duquette going to take the puck behind the net. She'll play with the puck along with Era, as now Balassi will flip it up all the way into the corner. Morrison will give chase. Jenny Kistner right there, taken over by Caldwell. Caldwell trying to make a play on the puck, cannot do it. Brushinsky going to look to send it up the ice, as here comes Romano. Romano skate her way in from the right side, looking across the ice for Morrison, cannot find her. Duquette with it now. Finds Jenny Kistner. Kistner going to skate her way into the slot. Shoots one. That's going to get deflected wide by Morrison. Caldwell skating her way into the corner as now Kistner comes off the ice for Van Glan. Caldwell will also get a change, which will bring Ali Vakos onto the ice. Van Glan with it now. Skates behind the net. Sends it across looking for Gilligan. Gilligan going to look to fire one on net. Puck loose in the circle. Comes back out to Gilligan at the point. Gilligan will dump it into the corner looking for Vakos. Vakos goes across the goal mouth. As play continues is Manhattanville. Romano tries to take control. Now Vakos going to find Van Glon. Van Glon tries to send it around. Comes back out for Vakos. Vakos spins in the corner looking for Gilligan. Gilligan throws it over to Park. Park trying to take control, but Romano right there is now Rushinsky will have it played off of her skate. Taken over by Park as Manhattanville cannot get it out of the zone as a relentless cycle now going on by the Plattsburgh Cardinals. Plattsburgh's taking some time off the clock here with this 2-goal lead. Now it's intercepted by Romano, and Romano needed to get that into the neutral zone so that the Manhattanville Valiants could make a change, and that's going to force an icing as well as Morrison wins the race back here with 8:58 to play. Shots 32-9 for the Cardinals, 3-1. The score here on the first women's broadcast of the school year here on PSTV. 2 more regular season tilts. The Potsdam and Middlebury contest will also be aired on PSTV in the regular season, and we can only imagine what the Cardinals will do, as I'm sure we will have more postseason competition here on PSTV before the season is all said and done. .8:45 to go now. Face-off going to come to the right of Sydney Avison. Face-off won by the Valiants. Shot going to come in. That's blocked down as Zeisman will take control and send it across for Mia Favretto. Favretto looking up the ice for McGinnis. She'll send it up now for Tyne Gove. Gove going to skate her way in. Goes through, tries to fire a shot, goes through the legs of DiMartino, but goes off the post. Zeisman going to fire a shot that deflects off of the Manhattanville defender and in. Andrea Zeisman will give the Plattsburgh Cardinals a 4-1 lead. Sometimes you just got to throw it onto the net, and that's exactly what Plattsburgh did right there, and it was enough as they cashed in to make this a 4-1 game with 8:21 left remaining. If we take a look at the replay of the goal, puck comes back out to Andrea Zeisman, who just fires one in, goes off the defender's face mask and into the net. A tough break for Manhattanville, but sometimes you just need to throw it on net to get the deflection, and that is exactly what Andrea Zeisman did, and now it gives the Plattsburgh Cardinals a 4-1 lead. Bellavant's going to take the puck now for Manhattanville, as that will be Andrea Zeisman's second goal of 2013 and 14. Shannon Stewart with another point here this afternoon, getting the assist on it as well. So Shannon Stewart having a great game so far. Is now Shannon Stewart with 3 points so far in this contest. .753 to go. Manhattanville going to have to start generating some more offense on Plattsburgh with only 9 shots on goal here so far in this game. As the face-off is won as Nichols skates it in. Nichols right there. Avison with a save off of the shot by Kyra Herbert. Play comes back around. Is now Lipson going to send it up the ice looking for Katie Turk. Turk going to skate her way in on the left side. She'll look to fire one through the middle. As now Lipson will take control. Lipson will have it, and Lipson's going to take a seat for 2 minutes here as a referee delayed penalty on the play. She's going to go for 2 minutes for tripping. DiMartino going to come out of the box now as Nichols going to look to play it. As now Turk touches up. And Lipson will go in as now Manhattanville will get their 4th power play of the afternoon. As they are already 0 for 3. 7:17 remaining here in this game so far. Plattsburgh with a 4-1 lead on Manhattanville if you're just joining us here on PSTV. Continued hockey coverage coming later as Zeisman sends it all the way back down the other end. So 2 minutes for tripping will be the penalty to Jordan Lipson. As now Zeisman will have it. Zeisman. As Morrison will take the puck along with Stauffer. Stauffer with it now, going to skate her way into the right side. Brings it around. As Morrison will dump it into the zone, Avison will be there to play it. Zeisman with it now. Plays the puck now, looks for Chelsea Van Glan. And now giving chase will be Jordan Caldwell, but it will be Morrison right there to take control of it here as they've almost killed a minute of this power play. Puck going to be sent all the way back down as it looks as though it was touched by Bridget Balassi, therefore negating the icing on the play. Harris going to take the puck up. She'll whiff on the shot. Turn it back around now. Smagiolaro looks to send one through the slot, but that will be met by Allison Aristick as that's sent all the way back down to the other end. Manhattanville with it now. 41 left on the man advantage, just under 6 to play here in this third period. As now Bellavance will skate her way into the corner. Scotia Bellavance going to turn it around, send it back up the ice for Murdoch. Murdoch going to fire a shot, deflected off of Bashant. It almost went in to make this game a 2-goal game. Shot going to come, will go wide of the net off a Stauffer stick. Brought back up top now. Stauffer sends it back to the other side. Shot going to go through. Comes back out to the corner. Right in front of the net was Bashant with a chance. Here as this will end the penalty. As Lipson comes back out of the box, and we are back to even strength, making Manhattanville 0 for 4 on the game. Puck going to come back into the neutral zone now, and that was a big chance for Manhattanville right now to try to put a little bit of momentum. Could not do it because they almost had a great chance. Bashant going to dump it off with a shot coming from Seabrook that is saved by Avison. Puck comes back through now as it's taken over by Seabrook, or Rushinsky, excuse me. Rushinsky going to skate her way in. That'll be gloved up by Avison here with 4:38 to go as time is ticking away for the Plattsburgh Cardinals to try to keep this undefeated streak alive. Face-off going to come to the left of Sydney Avison as the face-off is won by the Cardinals. Alyssa Park going to carry it all the way back down to the other end, and Shannon Stewart going to get into a race along with Taryn Harris on the play. Harris will win the race back as now Romano will have it. Romano dumps it just a little too far as Stewart takes control of it. As now skating into the corner will be Tyne Gove. Play comes back up as it's caromed up the ice as Romano tries to make a play on it, now looking for Alyssa Park. Park skates her way in now as she finds Stewart. Stewart going to skate her way across. Backhand shot saved by DiMartino. Gove going to dump it back now. Comes back up to Caitlin Gilligan. Gilligan fires it over to Park. Park, shot by Gove from the sharp angle. Brought back is now Gove. Backhander right across the goal mouth again. As Romano looks to clear it out of the zone, and that time it goes off a Park stick and into the neutral zone. Play gets sent behind the net once again. Both teams still fighting for it now as it will be Caitlin Beauvais. Katie Turk in there will take control of the puck once again. Dump it back for Lipson. Lipson back to Turk. Turk tries to turn around, looking for Ames in front. Almost goes off of Ames' stick and into the net. But DiMartino right there to cover it up here with 3:23 to play. Plattsburgh with a 4-1 advantage, but you have to give some credit right now to Dana DiMartino, the freshman from Massapequa Park, New York, as she so far in this game has stopped 32 out of 36 shots. And it has been a plethora of shots coming from the Plattsburgh State Cardinals throughout the entire duration of the game. Favretto now going to take control out of her own zone. She'll find Katie Turk. Turk going to send it up the ice. She'll go in from the slot. Takes a shot. Rebound. Mel Ames. Saved by DiMartino. Puck still loose in front of the net. Zeisman fires one on net. Still loose again. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left remaining as Asselstein going to be right there to try to knock it out of the zone. Cardinals still putting a lot of pressure on the forecheck throughout all 60 minutes of this contest. As Turk fighting for the puck along with Ames. Puck gets sent loose, and now taken over as it goes back to Andrea Zeisman. Favretto going to look to send it up ice, now looking for Turk. Turk going to safely dump it back in. Van Glon will give chase. As now play will continue again. Era now going to find Duquette. Duquette up the ice now for Vacos. Vacos looking for Sinisi on a short pass. As Van Glon looks to send it up the ice, as now Era will dump it in. DiMartino will come out and play the puck. As Nichols skates her way in. Nichols back behind the net. Turnover now to Vacos. As she'll turn around, look for Van Glon. Van Glon skates her way back out to the circle for Duquette at the point. Duquette fires one, deflects off of Van Glon's knee and into the sideboards. Vacos now behind the net. Gives it back out to Duquette at the point here. Minute and a half left to go in this one. That one deflects wide once again. Vacos back to Duquette. Duquette keeps it in. Looks. Deflection by Sinisi. Puck goes wide. Vacos once again here. Minute 10 left to play. Duquette fires one that gets blocked by Nichols and sent back out of the zone where Manhattanville will make a change here. So we have just 1 minute left to play here in the third period. Bashan going to try to make her way up the ice here as we head to the final 60 seconds. Caldwell going to take control of the puck as that gets sent all the way back down, and now giving chase will be Jenny Kistner along with Trenna Stauffer. 40 left on the clock. Now as it's brought back to the other side for Park. Park going to safely dump it in, takes a rising shot from the blue line, which goes over the glove of DiMartino. Now Kistner going to look to fire a shot that's blocked by Stauffer. Comes back out in the zone here as we hit to the final 23. Balsey going to skate her way in. She has two already. Now going to skate her way into the slot. Goes through, gets it knocked away, and what a defensive play by Stauffer, robbing a shot for Balsey to get the hat trick here as we head to the final 10 seconds. Gilligan on the play. We'll finish this one up as this time will come to a close, and the Plattsburgh State Cardinals extend their unbeaten streak once again as they will win this game 4-1 and improve their unbeaten streak to 11-0-1 on the 2013-14 season. 3 stars of tonight's game without question. Bridget Balsey going to get one for getting 2 goals so far tonight. Also, Shannon Stewart with 3 points, and Tyne Gove out there as well with an assist. So a good game all around for that line that played very well tonight. As both teams go their proverbial handshakes. Next time we will be in action will be on February 1st, 7 p.m. game here on PSTV when they will take on the Potsdam Bears. We will be back in action tonight, however, as the men's hockey team will take on the Castleton Spartans. Coverage of that one will get started at about 6:55 here on PSTV. As the Plattsburgh State Cardinals once again with a big 4-1 win, improving their unbeaten streak here in the 2013-14 season. For everyone down in the control room on the crew, I am Mike Warren. We'll be back here at 6:55 for coverage of the men's game tonight. You've watched Cardinal Hockey here on PSTV.